This week's video is a special message to the brides and grooms out there who've had their weddings affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. So that is whether you are a couple who've had to postpone your wedding, or you're currently planning your wedding but you're not sure if the COVID-19 pandemic will still be around for your wedding. This message is for you. Now, I am so thankful for the really strong relationships that I've have the privilege of building with the future brides that I'll be working with. And I've received some really raw and honest emails about how they're coping through this challenging time. And I can't help but be moved. I've shed my own personal tears on their behalf, but I just can't help but be moved by how honest they were in sharing what's been causing them the most sadness at this time, but also been able to share with me the reasons why they're still so hopeful and able to put all of this into perspective. And I think they're all being incredibly strong, and they've really inspired me to stay strong myself. They've inspired me so much that I wanted to create this video to share with you some of the things that they're trying and some ideas I have myself, just in case there is that one couple who needs to hear this message. I know that the initial shock on the wedding industry about the COVID-19 restrictions has passed. And even though it's passed and it's not the talk of the town anymore, I know that behind closed doors, there's couples who are still hurting, businesses who are still hurting. And I think it's so important that we still stick together and we stay strong for each other. I approach this topic with the utmost empathy and love as a form of encouragement so that you know you're not alone. I know there's nothing anyone can say that can fix the situation, because unfortunately we're just not in control. But hopefully it helps. I'm going to share 3 tips that I have and what I've collated from the brides that I've been in touch with to hopefully help you cope through this time. And if you have any more ideas, please comment below. Would love to hear your insights, and hopefully your comments can help somebody else too. So the first one is let yourself grieve. I had a bride message me last week who said that every time she had to cancel something like her honeymoon or whatever it is, she shed some tears, and that is okay. It is totally okay. Your wedding is one of the biggest events of your life, and it's totally fair that you shed some tears on it, because I know even one of the brides that I was going to do makeup for in April, her and her fiance have been together for 11 years and engaged for a long time as well. So you can imagine how heartbreaking it is to have to move your wedding day. But just know your love is not cancelled. It is not on hold. You can still celebrate your love just the same, and let yourself grieve if you have to. It's when we grieve and when we let ourselves feel those emotions, that's when we get the strength to accept what's going on. And when you're done, you will have even more strength to be able to find a solution, another alternative, or some other way to get around this, because you can. Another thing that might help is, are you a type of person who likes to journal or write things down? Will it help you to write down and really write down the things that have frustrated you the most, the things that have given you the most anxiety, and the things that you think that for each other can help the most? From your family, you can get more support, because if you're able to articulate it, for some people it's an outlet. And I had a bride write me a long email last week, and she said, thank you, because just being able to articulate it has helped us, and it can be a form of letting go as well. So yeah, if that's something that works for you, maybe try it. It might work, maybe not, but maybe you can just help even in a little bit. The second thing is, if you're able to, are you able to celebrate together on your special day? Perhaps that's a special breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, or even doing some of your favorite things indoors, like, I don't know, your favorite board game, watching your favorite movie, cooking your favorite meal together. Are you able to exchange some really kind words to each other of love and encouragement? I don't know whether it be part of your vows or new ones that you've made just for this special time, or a special note to each other, a handmade card, something little, so that this day doesn't pass with hurt and resentment. You can make your own special day of your original date. And the last thing is hope. Hold on to hope and the big picture. This circumstance has tested literally the whole world. And no doubt it's had its own challenges for couples, tested your relationships, tested families, tested friendships. It's testing everybody. And I remember this one quote that my dad told me when I was a teenager going through a tough time. I don't even remember what it was, but I remember he said to me that gold is purified through fire. And I know it might be hard, but I was thinking about it the other day and I was thinking, wow, like, yes, it's a tremendous challenge for the couples who've been wanting to get married this year. But you know what? It's also such a privilege to go through this thing together, that you can work out together, that if gold is purified through fire, it can really strengthen your relationship and really melt off all those bits of, I don't know, whether it be selfishness or superficial things that you were looking forward to about the wedding, whatever it is. Like, you have this opportunity to really bond and really come down to the roots of why are we getting married and the really deep reasons why. And what a privilege to get to your wedding day when you can make it happen and know that you've gone through this together and you are so much stronger for it. And one of my brides who the last wedding I did before I had to temporarily close, to me, that her and her fiance were saying to each other that, you know, there were so many obstacles coming through, and they were saying that, you know what, I don't care if it's just me and you and the celebrant and it's just us two and we can celebrate our wedding and we want to get married because that's all that matters, and that's 100% right. And yeah, same bride that I was talking about just now, her fiance was saying, I don't care if we need to have a barbecue in the backyard, you know, all those things. Like, it really makes it so real and so raw, and it's just so amazing to see, you know, when you strip off all the excess, like, you're left with you and your fiance and your relationship, and that is all that matters, and that's not going away. Yes, anyway, just went off on a tangent, but this point was really about, yes, we're having the big picture, the whole world is being affected and it's going to pass. If you could really try and foster an attitude of gratitude, and even if it could be one thing every day that you can write down you're grateful for, over time, as the days go by, your mindset is going to change. You're going to get stronger. You're going to be able to cope mentally through this, and you can bring the positivity and excitement to your wedding day. And hopefully, like I said before, we're going to create more positive emotions, more positive memories from this experience than that are negative. So I hope that helped for all the wedding couples out there. I don't know, maybe it's helpful, maybe it's not, but hopefully even just one couple will find it helpful. And if you are a wedding vendor watching this, one of the brides said to me, I asked her, you know, as a vendor, what can I do for you? And she said, you know what, just having close contact with my vendors, even though my wedding has been deferred, is so helpful for me because I know that they're okay. And how beautiful is that, you know, there are couples out there who are going through such a hard time themselves and they're still thinking of their vendors as well, that we're okay, that our businesses are okay. And how amazing is that there is so much selflessness out there. And I think this is just a reminder to all of us that really we're going to get through this and we're going to get through it together. And that is the main message from me today. So anyway, that's my 2 cents, and I hope you have a great rest of the week and take care. See you.